Welcome to Outlier on Air. We are in Orem, Utah today at Bam Bams BBQ with the owner, Scott Warner, who happens to be the founder and CEO of Gig.com, which is a tech company that is exploding. We'd like to dig into both of those companies with you today. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, and happy to be here.
We appreciate it.
Yeah.
We'll walk through this space in a minute and you'll find that walkthrough on outliermagazine.co, but we are in a barbecue restaurant here in the morning. There's not a lot of traffic quite yet, but it's about to get really busy.
Lunchtime will get busy.
Right, and it's a great ambiance. Now, there's a few great things going on with Bam Bams BBQ. Tell me where that progression is. How long has Bam Bams been open?
We've been open for about 14 months now, and it's been a lot of fun. This has actually been the more fun part of work for me, because the restaurant is exploding, and Cameron, my cousin and business partner, he's an unbelievable pit boss. His story is phenomenal. I should have him tell you a little bit more. But it's been a lot of fun doing this whole project. Yeah.
Well, I'd actually like to bring Cameron on if you don't mind.
Well, let's do it.
Okay. Would someone mind grabbing Cameron? Great. Now, while he's coming, I'd love for you to tell me some of the great developments that have happened just recently with connecting Bam Bams BBQ to the college crowd, because we're right here in the middle of the college scene.
Yeah. Yeah, well, when Cameron and I initially talked about, doing a barbecue joint, the idea was to attach local, colleges to the barbecue joint, but more importantly, the sports, the teams on a local level. And, Cameron and I are both fans of BYU, so we started here. And, we went and introduced the restaurant to a bunch of the players, basketball, football, the girls team, softball, soccer. And we knew that if we could get them on board, they'd bring their friends and family.
Right on.
And it just turned into something better and better every day. And now before we know it, we've got, sorry, I got sidetracked.
It's all right.
Quiet on the set, please. Quiet on the set. So, do you want me to just keep going?
Yeah, just back up. You said before we know it.
Let's just bring him in, and then we'll.
Well, he was just saying before we know it, and I think you were going to get to the fact that they're going to record a show.
Yeah, I was just getting into that. So
just do that, and then we'll have him come on.
Both of them talking about the show? Or?
No, we will, but let's welcome him on. Let's finish that because that was a good transition.
Okay. So we knew if we got a bunch of the college athletes here and in the restaurant, and we knew they'd have a great experience and enjoy the food, that they'd tell their friends and family about it. And one thing led to another, and before we know it, we now have Coach Bronco Mendenhall, who will be doing a weekly podcast with Greg Rubel in the back of our restaurant here. So we're really, really excited about it.
How did you make that relationship happen?
It's Cameron's food. I mean, Cameron feeds people and they come. They all come. So,
awesome.
So Bronco heard about it, came and sat down, had some lunch or dinner, and was very impressed, and got to know Cameron on a personal level and was impressed, and it worked out perfectly.
Well, let's bring him on. What do you say?
Yeah, Cam, come on in.
Attention, outlier entrepreneurs across the globe. In our obsession to help you start, grow, and scale, we're traveling from city to city to pull back the curtain and show you what's going on in the startup world and exactly what entrepreneurs are doing to be successful. In the thousands of interactions that we've had with outliers like you, we've learned a ton and we've listened to your needs. We've been working literally day and night to offer you an even better experience at outliermagazine.co. We've just released a brand new website where you'll be able to easily find video and audio podcast interviews, as well as articles all about what's going on in the startup world, entrepreneurship, events, and tech. Don't forget to find the bonus videos that we've posted for you, where we've gone behind the scenes to tour the paths of high-profile entrepreneurs, startups, and co-working spaces, and showing you exactly what environment they work in, what their teams look like, even what they eat for some of them. Now, the thing that's going to blow the roof off this website is you. Now, you can go on outliermagazine.co, click join, and have a totally interactive experience. You'll be invited to webinars and Q&A sessions with experts and high-profile entrepreneurs and hangout sessions with other outliers. So come be a part of the interactive Outlier Magazine experience at outliermagazine.co. Cameron, thanks for coming on the show. Great to meet you.
Thanks for having me.
So you two are cousins,
yes.
Correct?
All right, so how did this whole idea come to be, and how did you team up?
I had been competing in barbecue for a couple of years, and so he was just always really supportive of me kind of chasing a dream. And so when I did an apprenticeship in Austin, Texas under a pretty famous pit boss, and I came back and I think I knew what I needed to know to start a restaurant, but he's the one that was just like, hey, let's do this, I'll get behind it and fund it. And so I mean, really, he was the one that gave me the final kick in the pants to just dive in.
So it was an easy decision. I mean, he tastes his barbecue, it's game over.
Nice. I lived in Texas for a while, and the fact that you went and studied under a pit boss in Austin, just enough said.
Yeah,
one of the best.
Yeah, he's amazing. So it was the luckiest. I mean, I just networked. That's one thing I've always done well is network, and I buddied up with him a couple times with some comps in Colorado and Arizona, and he called me out of nowhere, just said I need help, and so it was a really lucky deal.
So there's a barbecue place like a few doors down. What's the difference between you and them? Is it ambiance? I mean, of course the food, as you're saying, but
it's a huge. I've got 3 or 4 within a mile, and it's just, I mean. Everything's cooked every night here. I mean, all your brisket and your pork, it's on at 7 at night the night before. So I mean, we put a lot of work in. There's really only about 4 hours at nighttime when someone's not here cooking. So it's
authentic. It's real.
It's very, very authentic. It's the real way of doing things. I mean, we're burning logs, and the meat that we use is, I mean, all the food providers around here hate me because of how picky I was with the meats, and so it's all natural meats. I've got deals with ranches directly, and so it's not. A lot of barbecue places just use as cheap a meat as they can, and it shows.
Makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Does that make the price a lot different?
Yeah, I mean, we're a little bit more expensive, but I mean I rarely hear people complain about the price.
Yeah.
A restaurant guy that I know says if people aren't complaining about the price, they're not charging enough. But, I want it to stay affordable, but at the same time, as long as I think people don't complain because when they leave, they feel like the value is there because it's obviously tastes good. So
food is like a religion to some people, and I think barbecue's no exception.
Right.
So.
Well, I mean, it's our only cuisine. I mean, it's the only cuisine that we can call our own in America, and so it's a lost art. It's like pie making. No one makes pies anymore. So it just takes a lot of work. It's a lot of patience, and you have to really love it.
Now you have a big personality. Like the moment we walked in here, I mean, we didn't know you right away. We didn't know you were the owner. You were just kind of back there doing your thing, and then we met you. And then it's like, hey, But the personality, your personality is fun, it's bigger than life. Is that like a huge part of this business?
I think it helps. I mean, it's my biggest problem is that I do like to talk to people a lot, and you want to be out here talking to people a lot, but it's to the point now where if I do come out during lunchtime, I'm stuck out here for like 3 hours. It just, I can't break away from it. I can't be rude. So
isn't that part of the appeal though?
But it helps. Like I think that whether it be the head chef or the owner come out and talk to us or even make us feel at all validated, it makes you feel good. And so, but that is the difference. I don't do it just to validate people. I do it because I like people. So they're fun. They make it fun.
So Cameron's personality plays a huge role in the success of this restaurant. Cameron's being so humble right now.
My magical me does the talking. So
the food's amazing. The reason that this place continues to grow is the food is unreal, and I mean Cameron's the face of this, and people want to be supportive of Cameron because he's personality plus. That's why.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Scott.
So how do you work together? Your cousins, you're a great businessman, which we'll dig into. You've done many, many things, serial entrepreneur, but how do you organize this business? And who does what role?
You and I work together. We've done, since we were kids, we were doing snack shacks on the corner of,
selling candy on the corner of the streets, and then I worked under him for an alarm company for about 9 years, and the first 5 years it was fist fights once a month. It was like
I wanted
to kill each other. we both know that.
But you still
the truth
together.
there, but I think we both hit a level where we're just like there's got to be a better way. 'Cause, I mean, you know how it is. People you love the most are the people you can be the craziest
The
with.
rudest too.
And so we know how to press each other's buttons even still. But I'd say about, I don't know, 6 or 7 years ago, just something clicked. And I mean, we might have raised our voices a couple times, but it's very rare. And I mean, what's great about him is, you know, I always have somebody that's, he's got a lot of skill sets in business, and that's, I can barbecue and I can sell and I can talk to people, but it's great to have him as a resource to go to, and it's very motivating. But yeah, it's also great that he gives me my space.
Yeah.
He's really good at that, you know, so he knows this is my baby, and he knows this is, you know, where I'm an expert, and he, of course he has ideas, and he has great ideas, but for the most part, he really kind of gives me the reins, which is great.
So Scott, how involved are you day to day?
Not much, truthfully. You know, when it comes to the business side of things, I definitely step in, and you know, like Cam said, I'll give my 2 cents every once in a while, but it's his show and he knows the drill. I'm waiting for him to put the nachos in the menu. So, because BBQ Nachos is going to be unreal. But anyways. When needed, I jump in, but this is Cameron's ball game, and we make a good team. You know, and I think above all, the most important thing that Cameron and I have is trust. And you know, when you can trust a business partner, the business will flourish and do very well. And so, you know, we make a very good team. He's got a lot of the skills that I don't have, obviously, and you know, I try to have skills he doesn't have.
So what's the worst fight you ever had?
One time
Super
at
soaker?
a park.
No, let's not. No.
No, we're
No.
saying
We're
saying it.
Let's say after the age of 12. Okay.
No. That's a great story. We're like 10 years old.
Yeah, but it's an embarrassment for me.
So we got in a little scuffle at a park, and so it's more embarrassing for me.
He's going anyway.
Actually, yeah, go ahead. Proceed. It is kind of more embarraing for you.
I kind of shove.
I think
him,
we were actually
and
16
he
though.
swings at me. I mean, like, and I dodge it. He misses me, and I shove him to the ground. And we're playing super soakers.
I don't think I went to the ground.
You went to the ground hard, very hard. But anyways, he leaves. You know, runs home. I start walking back, and all of a sudden, I was a bedwetter. I'll say it. You know, it's fine. I went to bed until I was like 12 years old. So
you were like
I
17.
still got tons of chicks, and
This is why
I was
he's
very
so
successful.
lovable, you know?
But he, in Super Soaker, in like perfect cursive, in the street, he just wrote in huge letters over and over, Cameron pees his bed. Cameron pees his bed. Cameron pees his bed. So that was probably the worst fight.
Oh, that's awesome.
But yeah, road
So
trip, I slapped him once too. But we probably only physically hit each other like 3 times. But then we're crying.
You
and
just
hugging
told
like
that
20 minutes
story.
later. I'm the one that admitted to being a bedwetter. Jeez. And technically it was 13, 14, not 12, but
you know what? Here's
down.
the deal. Your cousins, you know each other so well. Like you said, you can push each other's buttons, and you've gotten that all out. Now you just work well together.
We do. We have some good stories, and I think it's good for him. You know, I always call him the empire builder. I mean, he's motivated. Everything. I also call him Golden Boy, which I don't think he likes. He's the most disciplined, dedicated, hardworking guy I know, and so he is. It's good for him to have me around, because I can't take life very seriously, and so I work hard, but I have to love what I do to work hard. But you know, that's the other thing I like to do for Scott is take him out of, you know, it's like a 13-year-old teenage boy walking into his office. It's like I walk in there cross-eyed and start saying inappropriate things, and he'll have CEOs and everybody else around, and they're just like, oh, excuse my cousin. But he'll, you know, I can make him laugh and chill him out, and he's got a lot of responsibility, so it's nice. I like doing that for him.
Yeah, you know, we joke around about your past and everything together, but you have a clear respect for each other, which I think is a huge part of this. What makes this work.
Definitely. I mean, Bam Bams BBQ is just getting started. The sky is the limit, and you know, everyone can look forward to seeing a Bam Bams one day being in their neck of the woods, whether it's, you know, on barbecue and sauce in a bottle. But we're working on some cool stuff right now, and Bam Bams needs to dot the map. It really does, and it's just a matter of time. So we're excited.
It'll keep this feel too. That's the other great thing is it's kind of a good blend. It has to keep the soul but he's helping me see bigger picture. So I think there's a way to do both.
Yep.
So.
Well, thanks for sitting down with us. I appreciate it.
Thank you. That was fun.
Thanks, Kim.
Great stories.
Sorry about the bedwetting story.
I'm more sorry for you.